Hello everybody, Roger here, and welcome to my channel, Roger's Reads. So today I'm continuing on with part 5 of my bookshelf tour, in which I will go through 2 shelves of my bookcase. So the first book I have is The Oldest Gay Couple in America by Jean Harwood. And this is subtitled A 70-Year Journey Through Same-Sex America. And I read this many years ago and I really enjoyed it. Now I have a couple of horror books, or scary ghost story books. The first is The Ghost of Carmen Miranda and Other Spooky Gay and Lesbian Tales. The next up is Original Gay and Lesbian Writing Horror, edited by Nicola Griffith and Stephen Pagel. Next up is Uncle Sean by Ronald Donahue. Stephen Macaulay, The Easy Way Out. And this was a lot of fun if I remember correctly. This is a book that I was looking for in my last bookshelf tour. This is book 3 of the Legend of the Golden Feathers series, a fun gay series, and this one's entitled Home to Kentucky by Dave Brown. The Family Heart, a memoir of when our son came out by Rob Foreman Drew. Flesh and Blood by Michael Cunningham. Another book by Michael Cunningham, Specimen Days. And here we have The World of Normal Boys by K.M. Soline. This is actually the winner of the Lambda Literary Award one year. Next up we have Wonder Boys, written by Michael Chabon. Pink Highways by Michael Lane. And David Leavitt, While England Sleeps. So here we have the Rainbow Boys trilogy. So we have Rainbow Boys, written by Alex Sanchez. Rainbow High by Alex Sanchez. And Rainbow Road, also by Alex Sanchez. So as you can tell, this is kind of my gay shelf. So this book is Some Men Are Lookers by Ethan Morden. Buddies, also by Ethan Morden. Everybody Loves You by Ethan Morden. And here we have Arkansas by David Leavitt, and this is 3 novellas. The Lost Language of Cranes by David Leavitt. Equal Affections, also by David Leavitt. So as you can see, I have a lot of David Leavitt and Ethan Morden books. Here's book 1 of the Legend of the Golden Feathers series, entitled Bristlecone Peak, written by David Brown. I really need to rearrange my bookshelves and at least put series next to each other. And here we have 3 books from Sarah J. Maas. The first, Court of Thorns and Roses. Book 2, Court of Mist and Fury. Book 3, Court of Wings and Ruin. Here we have a Christopher Buckley novel, Boomsday. And you know, I have no idea what this one is about. I'm sure I must have read it at some point. The Farewell Symphony by Edmund White. And Becoming a Man by Paul Monette, a classic. Loving Each Other by Leo Biscaglia. The Challenge of Human Relationships. And here we have Good Omens by Neil Gaiman and Terry Pratchett. Now we move on to the next shelf, which is kind of my science fiction-y shelf. The first book is Rama Revealed by Arthur Clarke and Gentry Lee. Next up is 3001, The Final Odyssey by Arthur C. Clarke. 2061, Odyssey 3 by Arthur C. Clarke. Arthur C. Clarke, 2010, Odyssey 2. Hammer of God by Arthur C. Clarke. And here we have a novel by Douglas Adams, The Long Dark Tea Time of the Soul. And a novel co-written by Arthur C. Clarke and Gentry Lee entitled Cradle. The Songs of Distant Earth by Arthur C. Clarke. And here we have Douglas Adams, Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency. And another Douglas Adams novel, Mostly Harmless. So here we have an Arthur C. Clarke collection. We have 2001 A Space Odyssey, The City and the Stars, The Deep Range, The Fall of Moondust, and Rendezvous with Rama. And here we have possibly the only book of poetry in this house. It is titled 365 Poems for Every Occasion. And the poems were selected by the Academy of American Poets. I was actually at my Friends of the Library sale recently, and I thought I'd pick this up. Irvine Welsh, Glue. Here we have As You Wish by Gary Elwes. It's subtitled Inconceivable Tales from the Making of the Princess Bride. So if you're a fan of the Princess Bride, gotta check out As You Wish. I actually heard about this from Dane on Dane Reads, his channel. So thanks, Dane. Here we have another book co-written by Arthur C. Clarke and Gentry Lee entitled Rama 2. This is the second book in the Rama series. And I remember I absolutely loved the Rama series. And that would be one I'd love to reread. And here we have Tales of the City by Armistead Maupin, a series that I absolutely love. And actually they made a mini-series of it a few years back as well. Quite a few years back, actually. I love the book and the mini-series. And we have the next book in the series, Back to Barbary Lane by Armistead Maupin. There are actually quite a few books in this series, and here's another one. This is a later book, I think. Michael Tolliver Lives. Mark Mullis and Errol's Flight. This was another Lambda Literary Award winner. And here we have The Yiddish Policeman's Union by Michael Chabon. Another author I'm a huge fan of is David Sedaris, and this is his novel, Naked. Another David Sedaris novel, Barrel Fever. And finally, a little David Sedaris novel, Holidays on Ice. Another David Sedaris novel, Calypso. Another fun novel by Christopher Moore, The Serpent of Venice. And this is book 1 and 2 in the Stealing Some Time series, written by Mark Kendrick, and this is a time travel novel. And this is book 3 of the Stealing Some Time series, The Journey's End, written by Mark Kendrick. And here we have the official Rocky Horror Picture Show movie novel. Yes, when I was in college, I was a huge Rocky Horror Picture Show fan, and every Friday night, I'd be there at midnight. And the last book we have for today is Time and Again by Jack Finney. And this is also a time travel novel, and one that I really enjoyed. I actually read it a couple of times. So that is it for this time. As always, I thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you in the next video. Roger and out.